Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Enrique Eddy and for today's video, I want to help you. Alright, now, I'm always looking to help you, okay? But today in particular, I want to help you by avoiding 7 grooming and manscaping habits. I've done all of these in the past and believe me, it makes a big difference when you stop doing them. So let's begin. The first grooming mistake that you're currently making right now is not taking care of your leg hair and the hair on your glutes. All right, now this is very personal. If you don't want to do anything about it, don't do anything about it. Okay, I'm just here to suggest, and I recommend that you do something about it. Now, personally, I've tried out 3 methods of hair removal, which include waxing, shaving, and trimming. Now, waxing, I'm never doing that again. Okay, it was painful for me. It was uncomfortable. Now, for some people, it's not that uncomfortable. I still recommend you try it out because it did have one very good benefit for me, which was the hair removal lasted a long time. So for me, it took about 7 weeks for the hair to completely grow back, and it starts to grow back at around like 2 weeks and a half, 3 weeks. That was for me, but it did last a long time. However, it was just too uncomfortable, so I'm not willing to do that again. Now, I want to keep something in mind for trimming and shaving. You have to keep in mind the seasons of the year. So, me personally, I prefer to trim my legs and my glutes during the winter because if I shave them, I'll feel a bit cold and it just won't be that comfortable for me. Whereas in the summer, I like to shave it all because it's a lot more breathable. Now, I recommend that you try out both and see what works for you. But like I said, keep in mind that, it might be more comfortable for you to trim during the winter and shave during the summer only. But regardless of what you choose to do, you need to start doing something now if you want to. The second grooming mistake that you're currently making right now is not washing your body parts before and after. So personally, what I used to do was I would wash a body part before taking care of it. So for example, my testicles, right? I'd wash them before and I'd shave and then I wouldn't wash them after. Now, this is a terrible thing to do because regardless of if the blade that you're using is new or you disinfect it in some way or form, it's still not hygienic, okay? To use something like a blade on your body part and then to not wash it after. So this is why you have to do it before and after. I mean, do it before, obviously, to cleanse the area, and do it after to cleanse it again, okay? Now, I know that this might be, you might not think about it in the moment, but always keep in mind that when you're doing a grooming routine, like me personally, I like to do my body grooming routine in the shower. I recommend you do the same. It's just, I think it's a lot more convenient. Always remember to wash the body part before and always wash it after. The third grooming mistake that you're currently making right now is not replacing your razor heads. Now, if you use a razor that you can't remove the head, then of course you can, right? But if you use one that you can, you definitely need to do this, okay? Because over time, bacteria starts to accumulate over there, and of course, you can be more prone to infections and cuts, right? Especially if you shave in warm circumstances, because bacteria can grow more. Like, for example, on a loofah, if you take hot showers, it can get more bacteria easily, right? Because of the heat and stuff. So, you definitely need to do this, okay? Now, personally, me, what I do is I use Bulldog for my razors, okay? So they're excellent. I recommend that you try them out. You can get them at Walmart or at Shoppers here in Canada, but get them at Walmart. They're a lot more cheaper. So what I do is I'll buy a razor and I'll use it for a few months. But I'll buy this set right here of razor heads that comes with 4, and I'll change them after every few uses. Okay, these are excellent. I use them for my head, my testicles, my glutes, whatever. Whatever I shave, I use them. They're excellent. And like I said, you definitely need to change your razor heads pretty often. All right, I'd say that at about like every 3 uses or every 4 uses. But I mean, depending on how strong you use them, I guess you could say, like, if you use them really rough or you use them in a very warm environment, then you should do it more often. But otherwise, if you use them light and you take care of them and you clean them, then you could go a few more. But like I said, you should be changing them after every few uses. The fourth grooming mistake that you're currently making right now is using cheap grooming tools. Now, look at this, okay? I got this in the summer to get a haircut when things were closed and stuff. And this is pretty bad, okay? I've used it a few times. It gets stuck in the hair and stuff. This cost me like 15 bucks here at a store called Giant Tiger. And it's just, I mean, if you're really in a big hurry, then yeah, sure, you could use this. But otherwise, for the long run, definitely don't use these materials. They're made cheaply. They can hurt you more. You can get more cuts. You're prone more to infections, all right? And they're just not ideal, okay? So anything like this, a cheap set of clippers, anything like a cheap body hair removal tool, or things like I said, those razors that you can throw away very easily. Like, you see those razors that they sell like at the store that come in like 5 packs and stuff that like a lot of girls use or whatever. Well, those kinds of razors are terrible as well. I used to use them as well, and I'd get cut more back then when I used to use them, but now I've completely stopped. So definitely don't use cheap grooming tools, okay? Invest. This is a big investment. It's not spending money, it's an investment, and you should make it. Number 5. Now, number 5 is that you're not moisturizing after you do this, all right? Now, I hear that sometimes people will get irritated and stuff. I rarely ever get irritated when I shave or I get itchy. That really never happens to me because I do it under cold circumstances. So I'll do it in the shower, and I always take cold showers. That helps me a lot. I use proper techniques, right? So you should sometimes shave with the grain or against the grain depending on what you're shaving. Don't go too rough and all that stuff. And also, like I said, moisturize after you do it, all right? It's going to make a big difference, right? Just get yourself a moisturizer and always do it after. This will definitely decrease the irritation that you're going to be facing and the itch that you're going to be facing. And it's also going to hydrate the area and going to give you that smooth skin that, everybody likes. Now, number 6 is not shaving your nipple hairs. I'm just kidding, right? Don't shave your nipple hairs, okay? That's what I used to do, and I'd get cut more often, and they grow out really fast. So what I recommend you do instead is to pluck them, all right? Pluck your nipple hairs, okay? It might feel a little bit painful at first, but it lasts a lot longer, and it's just, I don't think nipple hairs look nice, all right? If you like them, then props to you, but I just think they look really ugly, okay? So pluck them, I recommend. Don't shave them, pluck them. Finally, number 7, back here with this beautiful razor, is not taking care of your armpit hair. Now, you could trim it if you want. What I used to do is I'd use a pair of scissors, right? Not like regular scissors, like grooming scissors, and I trim them. But now I've just gone into shaving them for about like 2 years now, and it's amazing, okay? I prefer it much more so this way. The sweat decreases drastically, the odor decreases drastically, everything decreases drastically. It feels a lot more smoother. I highly recommend you do this, especially if you're a very active person, like I've mentioned in the past. So definitely take care of your armpit hairs. Now, what you do is up to you. Trim, shave, whatever, wax if you can handle it. Now, I never tried that, and I don't think I will. But yeah, just definitely take care of your armpit hair, alright? Okay, so there you have 7 grooming mistakes that you might be making right now. And if you are doing so, you need to stop making them, okay? I used to make all these mistakes in the past, and now that I've stopped making them, it's made a big difference, and it's improved me a lot, alright? So that is it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it and you learned something new. And with that said, I'll see you soon.